All right. Uh remember a while back I made a video talking about Turkey Leg Hut and about how they're trying to enforce basically new policies when it comes to clothing about the employee about the people who come into the restaurant, the patrons. So I didn't even think this would be another story that was going to come up with Turkey Leg Hut, but I really decided to do the story because how ridiculous I find it that especially a so-called black woman, which I guess appears on your screen right now, the topic of interest, wants to be arrogant and wants to fight against the rules that was set in place to make it a fair establishment for everybody. Then, of course, when I had went over the story the first time, it was all these arguments that was trending over Twitter with a lot of so-called black people saying, well, white people wouldn't get the same treatment. And or employees that drop all, I mean, celebrities that drop all this money that come into the restaurant, you treat them with the utmost respect and you don't care. But when it comes to regular patrons, regular customers such as ourselves, we get a hard time and a hard business from y'all. I mean, honestly, this day and age, there's nothing in my mind that can only make me understand more the arrogance, especially towards people of the Western world, specifically so-called black people, especially so-called black women that decide to put up a fight. And maybe this is not all black women, but the thing about it is, I'm gonna just say it's so-called black people in general. And my thing is, who would think to go ahead and go into establishment naked in order to say you should allow me to come into your establishment regardless of what clothes I wear or if I choose not to wear clothes, which is what this woman decided to do. So I'm going to give you my thought process after I read this article, and we're going to chat about this together and have a conversation. You understand? Houston woman goes viral after walking nude into popular turkey leg hut restaurant. And it says the same here on the new article. Shout outs to Yuri. Houston woman goes viral after walking into popular turkey leg hut restaurant with no clothes on. Hmm. Houston woman walks into turkey leg hut unclothed. Houston is definitely one of the best cities in the United States for food. One of the most popular restaurants in Houston has been the Turkey Leg Hut. Last month, it even saw Quavo, Two Chains, The Baby, Takeoff, and more all come in on the same day. Among the food items served at Turkey Leg Hut include turkey legs, tacos, burgers, chicken and fish sandwiches, and more. Various cocktails are also included for customers to enjoy their meals at this Houston hotspot. Turkey Leg Hut is a very busy restaurant as well, and a woman had it trending again on Sunday. This person had customers surprised after witnessing her walk into the restaurant completely disrobed. The only clothing that she had on was a pair of socks and sneakers. Turkey Leg Hut also reportedly has an enforced dress code, which got a lot of backlash online. For this woman, though, it appears that she wanted to feel fully free and didn't mind the consequences of following Turkey Leg Hut's dress code. It's still unclear of whether or not that this woman went on to be arrested or is facing charges. I mean, it's indecent exposure. So, I mean, obviously she would be arrested. She should be arrested. I have no idea. But going into what I wanted to discuss today, because we obviously all know this is ridiculous. There's no reason for it. And to fight against an establishment because you don't like that they have a simple dress code for everyone to follow, not based on race, tells you the childish mind of our people, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't. I mean, if an establishment is going to be like that, and I really feel some type of way about it, then I just don't eat at the establishment. Plain and simple. I'm not going to waste my time trying to come into an establishment butt naked to prove a point. I mean, honestly, this dumbass broad doesn't even understand. They could ban you from the restaurant for what you did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why make an ass of yourself and try to make a statement off of the establishment that enforced their rules already? You understand? I just don't understand why this lady decided to take that type of way with things and think that a lot of people weren't going, well, they that was the appropriate thing to do. But quick story I wanted to do. I just find it amazing. I find it funny. But it could go into the whole thing where the woman argues, is my body, my choice, or y'all don't want to serve me because I wear certain things, or y'all don't want to serve us because we wear certain things in the restaurant. We ain't harming nobody. We just trying to order food. And I understand when you go to different places that there should be conduct in some type of way. Like, for instance, I wouldn't go to a school, or I wouldn't go to certain events where it's kids friendly and I'm showing up in my underwear and nothing else on. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do stuff like that. You understand? Like, there's a way of, things, certain things call for certain measures. And by that statement as well, also, there's a time and a place for everything. Showing up to a spot with sneakers and socks on and nothing else, do that at a swingers party or something. Go do that in your own house. Go do that where a nudist beach or something like that, obviously. But to get to the point, this just shows you the inflated ego of our people and about how they really let things get under their skin where they want to be able to boycott a business. And especially you find this with a lot of so-called black people. As much as some may say they want to support black business, they shit on black business. They shit on black business absolutely 100% of the way. They will shit on black businesses before they shit on any other business. And that's what I said. It's just amazing that a black owned establishment in Houston, this is the route you want to take to prove a point, but you wouldn't dare do that at another restaurant that's talking about dress code. And a lot of erroneous comments came with the last video I did about the turkey leg hut, where they were trying to say this ain't a job interview, this ain't a place where we got to go to work and stuff like that. We just ordering food. And yet, the problem with a lot of so-called black people that took it to social media to voice their opinions about the turkey leg hut situation didn't seem to get what they were getting at, and didn't understand exactly why the business decided to make the statements or decided to go with the dress code being enforced the way that they did. You know, it's just funny how arrogant, how far someone will take it just because they disagree with what the business is doing. When simply you can leave the business, you don't have to say anything about it. You don't have to boycott. You don't have to give them your dollars. Move on. It's probably another so-called black business that doesn't care and doesn't mind about how you dress. But it's funny, this is the extreme they take it to. All right, man. Peace.